In this special Christmas video, we will dive into the most transformative story in human history, the birth of Jesus. But we won't just look back at the events in Bethlehem. We will unveil the hidden and hermetic meaning behind the sacred narrative. We will discover how Jesus, the light of the world, represents the birth of divinity within each of us, and how the ancient teachings of Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, already prepared the ground for this profound understanding. Get ready to see Christmas in a new light, connecting the story of Jesus to your own journey of awakening and the activation of your inner light. Imagine a cold night, over 2,000 years ago, in a small town called Bethlehem, a night that, for many, is just an ancient story, but for others, carries the deepest secret of human existence. It is Christmas night, the birth of Jesus. But have you ever stopped to feel the true essence of this event? It's not just about a baby being born. It's about the manifestation of a light that came to illuminate the path for all of humanity. Think about the impact of this story. Millions of people throughout the centuries have found hope, love, and a greater purpose by contemplating the birth of Jesus. He didn't come just to be a religious leader, but to be a beacon, a living symbol of the divinity that resides in each of us. Christmas, therefore, is a universal invitation to recognize this light, not as something distant, but as a divine spark pulsing in our own hearts. And here is the key. This light, this divinity that Jesus embodied, is not exclusive to him. It is a potential that exists in you, in me, in everyone. Christmas is the celebration of this potential, an annual reminder that light can be born even in the most humble places and the darkest times. It is the promise that, no matter your journey, the capacity to shine is always present. History tells us that Jesus was born in a stable, a simple and humble place, far from palaces and pomp. But what is the hidden meaning of this for you? Bethlehem, the house of bread, and the stable, a place for animals, represent the human heart in its purest and most unassuming form. Divinity does not need luxury to manifest. It needs a receptive space, an open and humble heart. Think about your own life. How many times have you sought external grandeur when the true magic was waiting to be born in the simplicity of your inner self? The birth of Jesus teaches us that the greatest transformation happens when we strip away expectations and allow the purest, most essential truth to reveal itself within us. It is an invitation to demystify spirituality and find it in everyday life. The stable is not a place of shame, but of authenticity. It is where life happens in its rawest and truest form, and it is in this space of vulnerability and truth that the divine light chooses to be born. Christmas, then, is a reminder that your divinity is not hidden in some distant temple, but in the sanctuary of your own heart, waiting to be recognized and celebrated. The Star of Bethlehem, which guided the Magi from the east, is one of the most powerful symbols of Christmas. But what does this star really represent for you today? It isn't just an astronomical phenomenon. It is the universal sign of awakening, the intuition that shines within you, guiding you toward your own truth. It is the light that emerges when you are ready for a deep transformation. Have you ever felt this star in your life? That feeling that something greater is calling you? A premonition that drives you to seek more, to go beyond what you know? This is your guiding star, your divine intuition, inviting you to follow a path of self-discovery and enlightenment. Christmas is the perfect time to tune into this star and allow it to illuminate your next steps. The Magi, wise men and observers, did not hesitate to follow this light, leaving behind their certainties and comforts. They knew that the star indicated an extraordinary birth, a new era. And you, are you willing to follow your own inner star, even if it leads you to unknown places? Christmas invites you to trust this light and embark on your own journey of discovery. Jesus is often called the Word Incarnate. But what does this mean for you, beyond theology? In Hermetic wisdom, the Word is the creative word, the divine intention that gives rise to all of reality. Jesus, as the Word Incarnate, represents the physical manifestation of this intention. divine wisdom becoming alive and accessible in human form. He is proof that the divine can manifest fully within us. Think about the power of the Word. Your words, your thoughts, your intentions, they shape your reality. Jesus, by embodying the Word, shows us that we are co-creators, that our own word and intention have the power to manifest. He didn't just speak the truth, he lived the truth, becoming the very expression of divine wisdom. Christmas is an invitation for you to recognize the creative power of your own words and thoughts. This living wisdom that Jesus brought is not a set of distant rules. It is a path for inner transformation, for the activation of your own divinity. He taught us to love, to forgive, to serve, to transcend the limitations of the ego. These are the pillars of wisdom that, when embodied, allow us to manifest our own light. Christmas is the celebration of this wisdom that becomes flesh, that becomes life, that becomes you. Now let's go back in time, long before Bethlehem, to ancient Egypt, and meet Thoth. Thoth, the god of wisdom, writing, magic, and knowledge, is a central figure in the Hermetic tradition. He is often depicted with the head of an ibis, holding a papyrus and a pen, symbolizing the power of the word and the recording of divine knowledge. Thoth is the scribe of the gods, the guardian of universal secrets. Think about the connection. Thoth, the master of the word and wisdom, and Jesus, the Word Incarnate. It is not a coincidence. It is the same truth, the same divine wisdom, manifesting in different eras and cultures. Thoth already taught that the word has creative power, that intention shapes reality, and that knowledge is the key to enlightenment. He prepared the ground for the understanding that divinity can manifest through consciousness. Thoth's teachings, recorded in Hermetic texts, are a legacy of wisdom that transcends time. They invite us to seek inner knowledge, to understand universal laws, and to use the power of the mind to co-create our reality. Christmas, by celebrating the birth of the Word in Jesus, reminds us that this ancient wisdom of Thoth is timeless and remains alive, waiting to be rediscovered and applied in your life today. Thoth, in his millennial wisdom, already spoke about the importance of light, knowledge, and inner transformation. He taught that ignorance is darkness, and that true enlightenment comes from self-knowledge and the understanding of divine laws. Think about how this resonates with the message of Jesus, who proclaimed himself the light of the world. Thoth, in a way, prepared the path for this understanding. He taught us that every human being carries a divine spark, an inner light that needs to be awakened and cultivated. This light is not something you seek outside, but something you recognize within. Christmas, by celebrating the birth of the light in Jesus, invites us to activate this same light that Thoth already described as the essence of our divinity. It is an invitation to kindle your own inner flame. Thoth's Hermetic principles, such as all is mind and as above, so below, are the foundation for understanding that external reality is a reflection of our internal state. This wisdom empowers us to shape our world through consciousness. Christmas, with its message of renewal and hope, is the perfect time to apply these teachings and begin your own journey of conscious transformation. You might be wondering, how do these two worlds, Thoth's ancient Egypt and Jesus's Bethlehem, connect so deeply? The answer lies in the universality of spiritual truth. Hermeticists understand that divine wisdom manifests in different cultures and eras, adapting to the language and symbols of each people while keeping its essence unchanged. Thoth and Jesus are expressions of this same truth. Think of the parallels: Thoth, the master of wisdom and the creative word; Jesus, the Word Incarnate, who brings divine wisdom; Thoth, the guide to inner enlightenment; Jesus, the light of the world, inviting us to awaken. The core message is the same. Divinity resides within us and can be activated through knowledge and consciousness. Christmas, then, becomes a celebration of this timeless truth. This hidden connection does not diminish the importance of Jesus. On the contrary, it enriches it. It shows us that Christ's message is part of a cosmic tapestry of wisdom that transcends religions and dogmas. Christmas, from this Hermetic perspective, is an invitation for you to go beyond the surface and dive into the depth of the teachings that Thoth and Jesus left us, activating your own inner light. The Hermetic Christmas is not just a date on the calendar, it is a state of consciousness, an annual opportunity for you to reconnect with the deepest truth of your existence. It is going beyond the biblical story and commercial symbols to find the universal meaning of the birth of light and divinity in your own being. Think of it as a personal rebirth. Think about how you celebrate Christmas. Is it just a family party, or do you allow the energy of this season to touch your soul in a deeper way? The Hermetic Christmas invites you to use this energy of renewal to plant new seeds of intention, to forgive, to love, and to open yourself to your own transformation. It is an invitation to make Christmas a portal for your awakening. This truth, which transcends history, reminds us that the birth of Jesus is an archetype, a divine pattern that repeats in every soul that chooses to awaken. Christmas, in this light, is a powerful reminder that you too can give birth to your own divinity, your own inner light. It is the celebration of your limitless potential, of your capacity to become who you truly are. Mary, the mother of Jesus, is a powerful symbol of receptivity and purity. But what is the meaning of Mary for you on your journey of awakening? She represents the human heart, the soul that opens completely to welcome the divine light. Her purity is not an absence of sin, but an absence of resistance, a total surrender to a higher will. Think about your own capacity to be receptive. Do you allow intuition, wisdom, and divine light into your heart, or do you block them with doubts, fears, and resistance? Mary teaches us that for light to be born within us, we need to create a sacred space of welcoming, an open and trusting heart. Christmas is an invitation for you to cultivate this receptivity. Mary's story is a reminder that the greatest strength lies in surrender and faith. She did not question, she accepted the divine call. And you, are you willing to accept the call for your own awakening, for the birth of your inner light? Christmas invites you to be like Mary, to open your heart and allow divinity to manifest fully within you. Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus, is often seen as a secondary figure, but his role is crucial. He represents conscious action, protection, and care for the emerging divine spark. For you, Joseph symbolizes the part of your consciousness that protects and nurtures your own inner light, ensuring it grows and strengthens. Think about how you protect your dreams, your intentions, your own light. Do you allow external or internal doubts to extinguish it, or do you defend it with faith and action? Joseph teaches us the importance of acting with purpose, making decisions aligned with divine will, and creating a safe environment for our inner light to flourish. Joseph's story is an invitation for you to be the guardian of your own divinity. It is a reminder that faith is not passive. It requires action, care, and protection. Christmas invites you to be like Joseph, to take responsibility for nurturing and protecting the light born in you, ensuring it has the chance to shine fully. The shepherds, simple and humble figures, were the first to receive the news of Jesus' birth and visit him. But what do they represent for you? They symbolize purity of heart, simplicity, and the capacity to recognize the sacred in the most unexpected places. They weren't seeking power or wealth. They were open to the truth. Think about your own life. Are you so immersed in the complexity of daily life that you lose the ability to see the magic and the sacred in simple things? The shepherds teach us that true wisdom does not lie in erudition, but in humility and openness to the divine manifesting in everything around us. Christmas is an invitation for you to simplify and see the sacred. The story of the shepherds is a reminder that divine light doesn't just choose the powerful or the wise. It reveals itself to those who have a pure and receptive heart. Christmas invites you to be like the shepherds, to set aside distractions and run to your own inner stable, where the divine light is waiting to be recognized and celebrated. The Magi from the East, wise and wealthy men, brought symbolic gifts for Jesus: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But what do these gifts mean for you on your journey of awakening? They represent the offerings you must make to your own divinity, the essential elements to nurture your inner light and manifest your potential. Think of the gold. It symbolizes value, royalty, and divinity. By offering gold, you recognize your own intrinsic value, your divine nature. Frankincense. It represents the elevation of consciousness, prayer, and connection with the sacred. By offering frankincense, you elevate your thoughts and intentions, seeking a deeper connection with the divine. Myrrh. It symbolizes the death of the ego, transformation, and healing. By offering myrrh, you let go of what no longer serves you, allowing for rebirth. The story of the Magi is an invitation for you to make your own offering to your inner light. Christmas invites you to recognize your value, gold. Elevate your consciousness, frankincense, and free yourself from what prevents you from shining, myrrh. These are the gifts you offer yourself, so that the light of Jesus can be born and flourish fully in your being. Now let's get to the central point. The birth of Jesus is not just a historical event, but an archetype, a divine pattern that repeats in every soul that chooses to awaken. You have the capacity to experience your own birth of Jesus, to give birth to your own divinity, to light your own star of Bethlehem. Think of what it would be like to live your life knowing you are an incarnation of divinity. How would you treat yourself? How would you treat others? How would you see the world? You would be more compassionate, more loving, more courageous, more authentic. Because when you recognize your divinity, you recognize the divinity in everyone. And when you recognize the divinity in everyone, you cannot help but love. Christmas is the perfect time for you to make this transformation. It is the perfect time for you to say, I am ready. I am ready to awaken. I am ready to recognize my divinity. I am ready to let my light shine. And when you make this declaration, when you set this intention, the entire universe moves to support you. Synchronicities start to happen. The right people appear in your life. Opportunities arise, because the universe loves it when you awaken. Awakening the inner Christ is not a religious matter, but a spiritual one. It is recognizing and activating Christ consciousness, the divine light, the unconditional love that Jesus embodied. This consciousness is not something external to be worshipped, but an intrinsic part of who you are, waiting to be revealed. Think of it as your highest version. Think of how Jesus lived, with compassion, forgiveness, wisdom, and a love that transcends all barriers. Awakening the inner Christ is living these same principles in your own life, not as an imitation, but as an authentic expression of your own divinity. It is an invitation for you to be the change you wish to see in the world, starting with yourself. Christmas is the celebration of the birth of this consciousness. It is a reminder that you have the power to manifest the love and light of Jesus in every one of your acts, thoughts, and words. It is the promise that by awakening the inner Christ, you become a beacon of hope and transformation for everyone around you. The wisdom of Thoth, the divine scribe, reminds us that knowledge is the key to enlightenment, but not just any knowledge. The knowledge of self, of universal laws, and of your connection with the divine. Think of how this message aligns perfectly with Christmas, which celebrates the birth of light, which is, in essence, the knowledge of truth. Think about your life today. Do you seek the knowledge that truly sets you free, or do you get lost in superficial information? Thoth invites us to be like the ancient sages, to seek truth diligently, to study the laws governing the universe, and to apply this knowledge to your own transformation. Christmas is an invitation for you to become a student of your own divinity. Thoth's message for your Christmas is clear. Use this time of renewal to deepen your self-knowledge. Read, meditate, reflect. Allow ancient wisdom to illuminate your path and guide you to the awakening of your inner light. Knowledge is the light that dissipates the shadows of ignorance, and Thoth taught us to kindle that flame within us. The legacy of Jesus is not only in his miracles or his death and resurrection. It is in his life, in how he embodied divinity every day. He showed us that it is possible to live with unconditional love, forgiveness, compassion, and wisdom, even in the face of the greatest challenges. Think of how you can apply this legacy to your own life. Think about your daily interactions. Do you act with love or with fear? Do you forgive or hold a grudge? Do you seek wisdom or cling to ignorance? Jesus' legacy is an invitation for you to live your divinity in every moment, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary through your consciousness and your choices. Christmas is the perfect time for you to commit to living the legacy of Jesus. It's not about becoming a religious figure, but about becoming a more divine, more loving, more conscious person. It is the promise that by embodying these teachings, you become a channel for light and transformation in the world. This Christmas is not just another Christmas. It is your Christmas. It is your opportunity for a new beginning, for a deep transformation that can change the course of your life. Think about how you want your next year to be. Do you want more light, more love, more abundance, more purpose? The seed for all of this can be planted now. Think about the power of renewal that Christmas brings. It is an energy of rebirth that permeates the air, inviting you to leave the old behind and embrace the new. It is the perfect time to forgive yourself and others, to release what no longer serves you, and to open yourself to the infinite possibilities that life has to offer. Christmas is an invitation for you to become the master of your own reality, the conscious creator of your own life. It is the promise that by activating your inner light, you become a beacon of hope and transformation for the world. This is your Christmas, your transformation, your new beginning. We have reached the end of this first video, but this is just the beginning of your journey. Christmas is a call for you to awaken, to recognize your divinity, to let your light shine. This is the true message of Jesus. This is the ancient wisdom of Thoth, and now it is your moment. Think of what it would be like if you lived every day with the certainty that you are a divine being, capable of creating your own reality. This is the promise of the Hermetic Christmas. It is the promise that you can live a life of purpose, of love, and of transformation. All you have to do is say yes to this invitation and allow your light to shine. So this Christmas, don't just celebrate the birth of Jesus. Celebrate the birth of your own inner light. Celebrate the awakening of your divinity. Celebrate your capacity to transform your life and the world around you. Let your light shine now, and get ready for the next videos, where we will dive even deeper into this journey of wisdom and transformation. In the next video, December 24th, we will unveil an even deeper connection. Jesus and Thoth, the incarnation of divine light. You will discover how these two great masters are two sides of the same universal truth, and how the hidden symbols of Christmas reveal the Hermetic wisdom that can transform your life. Get ready for an even more transformative journey. If something in this video resonated with you, this channel is for you. Subscribe now and activate the bell. Every week, real content about Hermes Trismegistus, eternal principles, and the alchemy of the mind without the fluff. Comment below, which idea moved you the most? This helps the algorithm spread this wisdom. If this can transform someone, share the video and click on what's appearing on the screen now. A share can ignite a journey. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one. Until then, observe your mind.